What's going on, guys? This is Silent Black Snake. It's been quite some time since I've actually created any videos. So, been busy with school, college, all that, yada yada yada. Anyways, so I've decided to I've been doing some reviews, mainly written reviews, and I run into this game, The Elder Scrolls Online. Now, in order to write the review, it would take about multiple pages to actually go through the game in great detail, since it is an MMO. However, believe that making a video would be much better. So, this is my review of ESO. So basically what ESO is an MMO RPG Skyrim. Yeah. It's basically take Skyrim, dumb down the graphics, and make it multiplayer, having PvE and PvP. So that's basically a short description of the game. So, as you can see, I've played the game for quite some time. This is actually level 50, Veteran Rank 2. There are 10 Veteran Ranks currently. That will soon change, probably within the next month or so, because they're going to be adding new content. And I'll talk about that a little later on. So, basically, there is great number of things to talk about. The PvP, PvP, the add-ons that you can get for the game. Your class, the classes, the skills you can get. Basically what I'm saying is there's a lot to talk about. So let's just get started. Now, since this is a PC game, I'm going to go into the settings. One thing I would like that is not here under the display mode is a windowed full screen, because maximized is a windowed screen that's maximized. Right. Don't really need that option. And then full screen, of course. I can't really tell you if it goes beyond 1080p because my monitor is only 1080p, so. Anyways, VSync, I always turn that off. Anti-aliasing, I always turn that off. Graphics quality, I mean, you can do ultra high if you want. I put on medium just for FPS reasons. You can change the view distance, you can change the texture quality, so there's a lot here. Sun rays, distortion, depth of field, bloom, ambient occlusion, grass. You can even turn the grass off, as you can see in the background. So cool. And then audio, master volume, music, all the different types of sounds like footprints, dialogue, interface, effects, yada yada yada. Anyways, let's go to the add-ons. Now, the add-ons cannot be found in the game. You have to go to outside of the game in order to get these add-ons. There are some great add-ons you can get, such as the Y-Kids framework, the mail return bot, ESO head. There's basically anything I have are very good add-ons. There are other add-ons that may be great for you. So, and just to be a heads up, if you experience loading problems, like really long loads, it may be because of the add-ons. I've had that problem in the past. So, oh shit. And if you press the back button, that's the wrong button, you want to hit it. So anyways, so how long have I been playing ESO? Well, almost a month. If I look at my account on the Elder Scrolls Online website, I have 4 days of my 30-day free time left, and we'll go over the how much the game is, what different editions of the game, and the subscription model that is with this game, and also talk about it coming to console as well, and what I think will happen when that happens. So anyways, I'm going to go to 2 characters. I'm going to go to my level 50 veteran rank 2, and I'm also going to go to one of my level 11s, just so you get to see some differences, because mainly they're different classes, basically. And also you can create a character, you can male, female, when is there not that in the MMO. And then you have the 3 alliances, the Daggerfall Covenant, the Aldermere Dominion, and the Ebonheart Pact. Overall, it really doesn't matter which one you pick. It's just basically what race you want to be, is what makes the difference. Now, if you pre-purchase the game, you're able to use any class with any alliance. It does not matter. After that, if you got the game on or after the game release, you can't do that. So the Breton, the Orc, and the Redguard are all for the Daggerfall. High Elf, Wood Elf, and Hijat. I still can't pronounce that name. Is the Aldermere Dominion. And the Aragonian, Dark Elf, and Nord are for the Ebonheart Pact. And the Imperial I will talk about later. It has to do something with the additions. Just hear me out. And then the classes. There's only 4 classes. However, there's many combinations you can make, and there's a lot of customization in this game. I can't talk today. I can never talk. So you have the Dragon Knight, Sorcerer, Nightblade, and Templar. So Sorcerer is more of a healing / sort of like a mage. Best description you can make. It's basically a mage. Great with staffs. The Dragon Knight, used for melee strictly. Nightblade is also melee, but more stealthy, whereas Dragon Knight does a lot of different things as well. And then Templar is another healing class, but it also has a lot of other abilities. It has some melee abilities and has some staff abilities as well. That ranged abilities, sorry. Melee and ranged abilities, where a sorcerer is mainly just ranged. And sorcerer is the one that I've played to level 50. I can't really tell you too much of the other classes, but this is just basically, what you're gonna get out of this game. And of course, you have great customization. The lower body, the hips, everything, basically. So, basically what you would find for customization in any other Elder Scrolls game, you'll find here. You can also do the face as well. They have different voices as well, so you can do whatever you want. And that's about it. Now, it really doesn't matter what alliance you pick, because overall, you're going to be playing in them all. I'll go over that a little later. So, let's go into my level 50. So, I've played probably a long time. I play this game at least 4 or 5 hours a day for the past month or so. So, I've probably put in over 100 hours in the game, and still finding enjoyment in the game. Getting a little burned out as well, but sorry. So anyways, this is Cyrodiil. This is the PvP area. Let's go over the PvP area, since I'm in it. It's the last thing I left off at. So this is Cyrodiil. So when you reach level 10, you're able to join a campaign. Now these campaigns basically they're different PvP areas. Currently there are 10, I believe. Yeah, 10. There's 10 campaigns. You can choose whatever one you want. However, if you were to play with friends, make sure you're all under one campaign. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to play in the PvP area with each other. Just a little heads up. Now, the PvP areas are actually quite fun. There's a lot of things you can do. You can either join with the rest of the alliance, people in your alliance, and try to take over these forts, the outposts, stuff like that. Or you could go questing. Yes, there is questing in PvP, such as some bounty. You can get bounties, basically capturing some forts. It depends on the PvP. The quest chain, so it can be a variety of things of killing enemies, killing goblin. Basically it ranges anything and can be all around Cyrodiil. So you could be in the Ebonheart Pact and have a quest that's over in the Dominion. So you have to cross that line and try and get that quest done. It's very hard, but it's very enjoyable as well. Now the PvP area I haven't played as much, but I've been enjoying it. I've played probably 10-15 hours of the PvP, and it's mainly all the same, no matter what. You can do the questing, you can go get sky shards, which I'll talk about later. There's also dungeons, other areas you can get XP from, and as you can see right here on the map, we have a couple fights. We have the Dominion and the Ebonheart Pact fighting here, and we have all three factions fighting here. That's what this symbol means. So you can see what's going on in the map. You can see where the scrolls are. The scrolls basically, whatever faction has the scrolls are able to control, or able to have a passive. Those, the scrolls have passives that can be used in the PvP in the PvE area. Does not matter where. And as you can see, there's another fight happening there. Now, is my faction? Oh, we can. All right, I'm going to show you some PvP fighting, since there is some action going on. Usually during the day, I'm playing. It's like 9 o'clock, so from this recording. Yeah, let's go to Rayleigh's. So basically, there's a lot you can do in the PvP area. It does not matter what level you are, because you will be buffed, unless you are level 50. So level 10 can be as strong as level 50 in this area. So please do not be afraid to actually try out PvP when you hit level 10, if you are, well, going to be playing this game. Let's see, what more should I talk about? Oh, resources. Now, these resources do have an effect on, taking over the area. Sorry, I'm just trying to... There is no easy way to actually get from one fort to another. It's literally just running. There's a lot of running or riding on horses in this game, so just be a little prepared. You'll be doing a lot more running in PvP than the PvE. Mainly because you'll just come across quests and stuff like that in the PvE area. So there's different types of quests. Your typical MMO quests, such as, go talk to this person, go gather this, go kill this. There are those quests, and there's also quests that you help other other NPCs. You talk to them, you persuade them, or intimidate them in order to get what you want out of them. So there are basically more than one way of completing a quest. Sometimes just persuading or intimidating will complete the quest, and sometimes you actually have to go do the quest in order to actually complete it. Alright. Let's see. Oh shit. There's Aldermere. Are all three factions in here? They are, wow. Okay, so right there is this is how you gain control of a fort. You have to take down the outer wall, and you can use that with trebuchets, all kinds of weapons that can help fight. I'm just gonna help these guys. So, at level 15, you can also use a different weapon as well. So my sorcerer has two different kinds of weapons. I have a restoration staff and a destruction staff. And I sort of use both. It all depends on the situation. So we've got the inside. Why haven't we taken this over? Oh, we have. Nice. So these flags basically are capture points. You have to capture this inner flag and the flag by the door in order to capture this fort. And you get alliance points. Those alliance points are used to buy weapons such as the trebuchet that I showed earlier, which is right there. And there's other weapons as well. And I will help repair this, so to repair this wall. So once you destroy the wall and you've taken over the fort, you have to basically repair the fort, so that you don't get attacked from another group, basically. Wow, why is this going slow? There we go. Sometimes it's you have to time it just right. Alright. And as you can see, me and 3 other people are repairing this wall. Which is... honestly, this is the most boring part, because we're trying to make sure we have this fort all squared before we advance or try to defend. And as you can see, it gets in better shape every time we do this. And that's basically it. So basically you can have fights with, another faction or 4, or it can be 3 factions at once, which can happen occasionally. And as you can see, the Aldermere Dominion are trying to get in. And the PvP is really fun. You can find oh, it's at full health. So there are different kinds of weapons you can use. I can't use that. Alright, let's see if I can... Yes, I understand. I would like to use that. Okay. Trebuchet. So this is the trebuchet. This is how you set it up. Pretty simple. Just need to buy. And you can just use it. So there's different types of trebuchets, siege weapons, all that. There's stone, meat bags, fire, and ice. Stone is just great against structures. The meat bag is great against NPCs and players. And fire and ice are good for structures and players. However, it's much weaker than stone. So, but you're able to use it for both. So that's basically how it is. Is you basically take over this fort and you're just trying to control the area. This is actually a great situation because usually excuse me, Ebonheart Pact is usually in control of the campaign I'm in, which is the Wabbajack. So that's basically the PvP. I'm gonna try and get to the the PvE world so that we can go over some more. And that's basically it. So the PvP is very simple. It's very enjoyable, though. I'm pretty sure it's not like... Where the hell... Oh, there it is. So these shrines are how you teleport to other areas of Cyrodiil. Coffee. Alright. And then you use these way shrines so you can go back to the PvE areas. Alright, so let's go to Bancora, since that's the best explanation I can go over. So there's a lot you can do in this game. You can do a lot of PvP, or you can strictly be on PvE. There's a lot of things you can do, even when you hit Veteran. So from levels 1 to basically whenever you finish the main story of the game, which is usually around 47 to 50, is when you finish the game. Let's see. So there's different types of quests. Let me go in my journal. So you have main story. So like because I finished the main story, it's basically I have to experience the Aldermere Dominion. So basically we'll go through the quote-unquote story of that, and then I will go over to the Ebonheart Pact and do that story as well. Which it's really just doing side quests and quests that deal with the city and the towns and the areas in that are required to go through in order to complete that campaign. Alright. So let's look at my inventory. So you have 2 slots. You only get 2 weapon slots. You only get 1 until you reach level 15, and then you're able to use another weapon. It can be any type of weapon. You can use whatever you want, basically. You also get accessories such as a costume, which at Veteran 2 you get this costume, and you can use other costumes such as this disguise. There's all kinds of disguises you'll run across. That you'll run across throughout the story and mission and quests you do along the game. There's also amulets and rings, boots, all the normal stuff that you would find in any MMO. for accessories and armor. Throughout the game, you can increase your bank and backpack space. Of course, it costs gold. However, gold is quite easy to get in this game, even though some people will say it's actually pretty hard, because it's not.
I apologize
In the early stages of the game, you'll definitely run across a lot of times that you'll just run out of money, and that's mainly because you're buying armor and stuff. But you'll find armor in your journey, armor and weapons, so it doesn't really matter. Let's go over skills, since I have not talked about that. So there's class-specific skills. So the sorcerer has Dark Mage, Daedric Summoning, and Stormcall. So Dark Magic is any like Crystal Blast, Shattering Prison. Basically, these are all class-specific stuff. There are always actives, ultimates, and passives, which you will use skill points towards, as I have right now. I'll show you how to add the skills as well. So you can only use one ultimate per weapon. So technically you get 2 ultimates. However, the charge only lasts for 1. So once you use that charge, they're both out. So that's basically the best way to explain it. And you can also use 2 sets of different skills. So you can basically use 10 skills and 2 ultimates, and passives basically can be as long as how many passives are in the game that you're able to get. Alright. So basically, what I talked about earlier was that this game has a lot of customization. The reason I say this is because there are not just class-specific skills. There are weapon skills, armor skills, abilities, whatever, world, guild, alliance, war, racial, and crafting abilities. So class skills don't require any weapons. It's just whatever comes with the class you picked. So whether you're a sorcerer, a Dragon Knight, a Nightblade, or a Templar, those are going to have class-specific things. There'll be three. Excuse me. There'll be 3, and you can basically use whatever you want. And as you can see, I'm level 50 in Dark Magic, Storm Calling, and I'm 47, almost 50. Getting to 50 on the Daedric Summoning. Now, for weapons, basically, you can use whatever you want. However, some classes and races will have buffs on certain things. However, you can just play whatever you want. Literally, you can play whatever you want. Whether it be armor, whether it be weapons. So you can have a restoration staff and have the other weapon slot be one hand and shield. That is a thing you can actually do. I run destruction and restoration on my sorcerer. I run bow on my Templar currently. I don't know what I'm going to use for my second weapon. My friend Justin, he does a bow and one hand and shield. So there's a lot you can do, and he's a sorcerer. He's a sorcerer, and he's using bow and one hand and shield. That's how customized this game is. So you can basically do whatever you want. You can do a wheel, you can bow, you can play whatever you want, is what I'm saying. Of course, there are skills, active abilities, and passives that you can get from certain weapons. And as you can see, I've been playing this game a lot. And with armor, you don't have to pick just one. You can pick two. You can pick three. You can have your helm be a heavy, your chest be medium, your gloves be light, your boots be medium. It's all customized. You can do whatever you want. But basically what I'm saying is that light armor is usually if you want more magicka or reduce costs of magicka spells. Heavy is more for health, and medium is more for stamina. But it also is used for sneaking and what's the other one? Yeah, sneaking basically. If you want. And I believe this is blocking. Yeah, blocking stuff. So heavy is blocking, and health. Medium is basically sneaking, being agile, and stamina. Light armor is very magicka focused and spell resistance. The world skills. It's basically so you can get fill soul gems. I was trying to think of it and I had to look at it. I'm sorry. There's a lot to talk about. So there are soul gems, and you can buy empty ones, you can buy full ones. Empty ones are usually a lot cheaper. So being able to fill them is actually a great way to buy cheaply. Also has some passives that are very good, such as you get a free revive every hour or 2 hours, depending on how many points you put into the passive. There's also an ultimate as well. And then you have guild-specific abilities, like the Fighters Guild will have silver bolts, which is what every bow player does. Not even joking. And you also have passives as well, which are increased weapon power and spell power on undead and Daedric enemies. You can even do it against werewolves as well. So there's a lot the Fighters Guild can do. Mages Guild, a lot of, mage stuff. Such as magicka, what else? Fire, magic damage, all that stuff. And both the Fighters Guild and the Mages Guild have a passive for NPCs. And these passives are actually a great way to skip a lot of shit. Like the intimidating presence will intimidate the NPC. You can intimidate not all NPCs you can intimidate or persuade them, so you can skip ahead. And you also have the Undaunted, which you can heal, magic damage, gain armor. There's a lot of armor and stuff like that. And in the Alliance, when you have to play PvP and be in a campaign in order to unlock these. Assault and support. Assault, well, you're able to increase max magicka and stamina. There's so many abilities, so many passives, and so many ultimates that there literally can be almost non-stop amounts of builds. And then you get your racial skills, which you get. So the Brenton has the light armor affinity that you get right off the bat, which is increased experience gain with the light armor skill line by 15%. So it's not forcing you to have to choose light armor only, but it's saying, hey, if you want to, get the light armor increased, to get the experience buffed on light armor, you can use light armor, but you don't have to use it. And it also has other abilities. So your racial will have different passives. So there's basically a ton of combinations you can do in this game. And then there's crafting. Oh yes, can't have an MMO with crafting without crafting. But this is actually good because levels 1 to 49, or when you just hit 50, you're not going to deal with crafting like at all. But once you get in the veteran ranks, you want to start dealing with crafting because that's how you're going to be able to make better armor, better weapons, and stuff like that. You can even make potions if you want. There's a lot of things you can do. Alright. Is there a, there is. If I'm going the right way. I am. So you can craft stuff. I haven't dealt too much into the crafting, mainly because I'm only veteran 2, so. But, so there are clothing stations. As you can see, I can refine this material. You can refine stuff, you can create different kinds. So requires tailoring 6. So you can, make whatever you want. You can make, your armor, lights and mediums, heavies, or I believe blacksmithing, if I can't remember. Oh, that's clothing as well. Where's blacksmith? So blacksmith, you can create weapons, like a battle axe. There's a lot that you can do. You can also put, you can also enchant items. There's a lot of things you can do in this game, and it's a lot of fun. There's a lot to talk about because it's a game that will require a lot of your time. Alright, so weapons, apparel. Let's talk about consumables. There are all kinds of consumables. One of the main consumables you'll find are potions, such as health, magicka, and stamina. You'll find those a lot. But you can also create other potions. You can find other potions. You can find food that will give you health. Some potions and some food will give you health, magicka, and stamina all at the same time. All depends what you want. Materials. Basically, this is all the materials you will get throughout the game. This is only a small bit of it. You can use moon sugar as an ingredient for crafting food, stuff like that. As you can tell, I'm very tired because I woke up early and freaking brought my parents to the airport. Anyways, and then you can get like a pitch, which is increases quality from normal to fine for woodworking, and you can only get these from deconstructing items or just buying them through guild tradings and stuff like that. I'll go over guilds in a little bit. You also have all kinds of miscellaneous stuff, such as stuff for PvP. You also get soul gems. Soul gems are used to revive. However, if you have one soul gem and you use it, it's gone. So the only way you can get soul gems are usually from dungeon bosses or bosses in main story. Basically anything that's hard to kill. And then you also get glyphs. Glyphs are enchanting stuff. So I have a Gritty Glyph of Flame, which is it deals 33 flame damage. Can use for any type of weapon. You also have armor glyphs and jewelry glyphs. And you can't have any Elder Scrolls game without lockpicks, because you'll find chests throughout the game. And then you can quick slot, which is this. That's quick slot. As you can see, a lot of it's for PvP, because this is my PvP character. Cool. Anyways, so talked about all the skills. You have class, weapon, armor, world, guild, alliance, war, racial, and craft. And basically there's tons of combinations you can do for that. Alright. Now this is your character. When you level up, you will get points, attribute points. Those points can be used to increase your magicka, health, or stamina. I'm a very magicka-focused character, so I have my magicka really high, and I also have my health high, mainly because of PvP. And I have a few in stamina, just so that I can run and bash stuff when NPCs or players are very low on health. Or bosses. Doesn't really matter what. You also get magic recovery, health recovery, stamina recovery, and these are also all soft capped, and so is the amount of max. The max of each one is also soft capped to a certain point. Also have spell damage, spell crit, which mine's at 10. It's pretty good. Spell resistance, honestly, it's freaking soft capped right now. Weapon damage, weapon crit, and armor. So you're able to see all this. You also see your active mounts, your active effects, which will be passives, and stuff like that. Journal will have your quests, main story, guild, the areas in Cyrodiil, which is the PvP area. And the map can also... This is Oblivion. This is Tamriel. Now, as you can see, Tamriel is not completely filled. So, there are plans to basically complete this. So, there'll be a lot more quests and other things you can do, such as adventure mode, which will be... It'll be soon, basically. Which will be a whole new thing, which is quite awesome. And you can also find groups in either World, Alliance, War. You can even do it for dungeons, which I'll show in my lower levels, so you can actually see that. And veteran dungeons, which is for when you're veteran. What else would it be? And then you can, this is your friends list. I just play with my friends. And guilds. This is where you can have trading guilds or just PvP guilds, which is this one. As you can see, we only got a few players. Oh, someone actually hit Veteran 3. Nice. And then this is a trading guild, has 498 players. And as you can see, Veteran 10 is the highest. I'm like here. But you can see all that. And then Alliance War, this will tell you, you know, what rank you are in the for the campaign. When the end of the campaign is going to be. Next score evaluation, and then this will also tell you how many keeps you have, how many outposts you have, how many resources are held, and how many scrolls it held. And as you can see, the Ebonheart Pact is extremely ahead of everybody else. So you can see the leaderboards, like who plays PvP the most, stuff like that, campaigns, all that. And then the mail. Well, as you can see, I use this so I can send my items to Justin, and it comes back to me, which is why it says return. So, and you also get raw materials from doing quests, or during certain quests, or doing PvP, stuff like that. And you can get some crafting material or some items, stuff like that. So it's pretty good. So anyways, let's go do something. Oh, let's change characters, since that was one thing I was going to talk about. Alright, let me talk about the price model, since there's going to be some loading time. I guess the Templars. No, we'll do Dragon Knight, since I haven't played that in a while. So, the price model. The standard edition is $59.99. That requires, it gives you the game, 30 days of the free game time that you get with the sorry, I just had a brain fart. It's 30 days of game time as long as you have a subscription and account. So, alright, so this is a completely different area. This was actually my first character that I made. Yes, this is my first character. My second character was my sorcerer, and I fell in love with the sorcerer, so that's why I basically went and did that. I'm probably going to be doing Templar from now on, and just do my sorcerer with PvP. So, as you can see, the Dragon Knight has completely different skills. Completely different. So you have Arrogant Flame, which is basically all fire abilities. Draconic Power, which is like Daedric and dark stuff. Dragon Leap, which is actually a really cool ability. And Earth and Heart. So, and then there are weapon abilities, stuff like that. Armor. Racial. So the Dark Elf skills. Ambidextery, which is increased experience gained with the dual wield skill line by 15%. So each racial and class will have different things. So these are the only two that will be changing, depending on what class you pick and what race you pick. And then the rest will be about the same. You just have to pick what you want. So like this is more heavy than light, not a lot of medium. So that's basically about it currently. Let's see. So you're able to see this is a lot better. So this is main story quest, level 10. I'm level 11. This has something to do with the main story. You basically go to it's different on every. So this is Ebonheart. This is Dominion. This is Daggerfall. Oh, there it is. So So the Harborage is where you go for your main quest, except for one. So that's where you go. I'm trying to. Sorry. So the Harborage is where you do your main quests. There are not a lot of main quests, to be honest. Probably it's you get a quest every 5 levels, which would be about 12. 12. There'll be 12 main story quests. I think it's somewhere around there because you get 2 on level 10. And you get a level 1 as well. So basically, the whole story. I'm not really going to spoil anything. Basically, go through all the areas of your alliance, and then head to Cold Harbor. And you do some few things, and you fight a big ass boss, and you beat him. That's about it. That's the main story. You basically meet some characters, 4 of them to be exact. No. Yeah, 4, because you're the 5th. Got it. Just remembered, sorry. So let's talk more about the game, when you do quests and main story and stuff like that. So when you talk to a quest giver, there's actual a voice, like one of the few games that actually has voiceover, and good voiceover to be exact. Let's just we'll talk to this person.
Thanks again for retrieving my wares, traveler. I'll make for Kraganmore soon enough.
So that would be an okay voiceover. There's also some great voiceovers, including okay, you're friendly. There are some great voiceovers, such as John Cleese, who plays Cadwell, who you will find out in the story. It's basically, you can't really actually not know that it's John Cleese. His voice is so specific, But there's a lot of great other actors that they hired to voice act for the roles and stuff like that. So the voice acting is actually really great for an MMO. Usually MMOs, there is either very little and poorly done, or none. Let's see. Let's talk about world events, because there's a great number of them. So there are boss fights. Basically, bosses you have to beat, which are the 2 swords and the skull. And once you complete those, the skull turns white, saying that you completed it. Oh, and by the way, the reason you can see sky shards on the map is a add-on. So if I turn that off, oh, I have to reload my UI. Whatever. Not gonna do it. So the sky shards, you have to collect 3 sky shards to be accounted for as a skill point. And that skill point is only used for skills. It's not. I don't think it's used for class, for attribute points. Attribute points are for leveling up. But you will also get skill points from doing quests and stuff like that. Some quests will actually give you skill points. And some of the sky shards are going to be in solo dungeons, which can be done. Which, you'll usually find 5 to 10 people or more go through the dungeon. Because honestly, those are pretty easy. Because it's basically everybody in the world can go in. I mean, you can have like 100 people meet up there and have the whole 100 people go through it. That's how crazy that is. So solo dungeons are supposed to be solo, but they're not, because it's very cooperative. However, you also get group dungeons, which are like this. And that is what this grouping tool is used for. So I can do spin to the clutch. It's regular. Large is only used for PvP. Regular is used for PvE. So you can use that to find people. Usually have a tank, a healer, and a DPS, and the fourth person can be whatever. Doesn't really matter. And that's basically all that is about the group dungeons. Usually it's very, very hard, the group dungeons. And sometimes the group will die more than once. Which is a pain in the ass, but, you know. Okay, so this symbol means that this is an anchor. An anchor is basically, it's basically like a mob fight. It'll summon all kinds of different creatures, and you have to kill everything. And destroy these, I don't know what they're called. Basically, you have to destroy some shit, and you complete the anchor. That's about it. It's basically a mob fight, basically. That's the best example I can give. There's no other way to explain it. And you get quests from all kinds of stuff. Blah, 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 blah. You also get guild. Guild. This is what happens when I'm tired. Sorry, guys. So you get guilds that you'll get guild quests that will rank up your guild skills and stuff like that. Not the skills, but the guild progression, whatever you want to whatever you want to say about it. I don't know. I'm starting to lose my mind right now. So anyways, PvP is very good. The PvE is even better. There are a few slight things that need improvement, such as grouping up in PvE usually does not work well, because a quest you need to do, the whole group needs to do, has to be done sometimes either once or 4 times, because it only accounts for one of them. It's very, like, shake the dice and see how it goes. So it's very solo. It's a very lone wolf game currently, other than the veteran dungeons and the PvP, is what I'm saying. What else? There are some bugs. There are some glitches and stuff like that. A lot of the problems have been solved or involve a relog, and it will be fixed. Over the course of playing this game, it's been getting better and better and better. They've been fixing a lot of bugs, a lot of problems that I would encounter every day, and now I would encounter in a week. Once a week, you know, or twice a week, depending on what character I use. So those problems have been getting fixed. Oh. Okay, so that's... I didn't know this. I just found out myself. The campaign you pick for one character is only for that character. So, you can pick whatever. That's cool. However, the guilds are for all your characters. That's weird. Anyways. So, let's talk about the subscription model. So, subscription and the price model of the game. So, the digital standard edition is $59.99. You get 30 days of game time included. However, you have to have a subscription and an account to get those 30 days, and then your subscription will kick in. The subscription is $14.99 a month. However, you can get it cheaper if you buy in 3 months or 6 months all at once. So 3 months would be like $14.99. Sorry, $13.99 value, quote unquote. And 6 months would be $12.99, quote unquote. Stuff like that. And they also give a Imperial Edition for $79.99. Now, this includes the stuff you get in the Digital Standard Edition. However, the Imperial Edition, you get a few extra things. Such as the Ring of Mara, which you and one other person will have to complete a ritual. And you get a bonus. Basically, you get bonus XP when the two of you are logged in. You don't have to be together. You don't have to be grouped up. You just get the XP, the bonus from it, which is very good. Excuse me. Other things you get in the Imperial Edition. Wow, let's guess. You get to play as an Imperial, the Imperial class. It's the only class that you'll be able to play in any faction, any alliance. And you also get Imperial White Horse. Basically, currently, is there a way I can show you guys in game? I think there is. Where is stable? There is. All right, so we're gonna go there. So you get Imperial White Horse. Basically, you pay 1 gold and you get a horse. Some people believe that people buy the Imperial Edition just to skip all this. I don't have a white horse. Did I forget about? I might have forgot about the horses. Anyways, when I first played. You can also craft Imperial gear, basically to you get to craft Imperial gear, and you get to transform gear into Imperial gear if you want. And you also get a mud crab vanity pet if you even really care. So this is where the stables are. As you can see, horses are very expensive, and Imperials are not, because they take 1 gold. So that's why some people are really angry about the Imperial Edition having the 1 gold horse right off the bat. Well, it's like spending 20 more bucks so you get a slightly more advantage. When I mean slightly, I mean literally this is like pissing in a bucket. It really doesn't matter. You're gonna get 17,200 gold in about no time, less than half a month. So in like 2 weeks, you should have at least a common horse, which is the same as a Imperial horse. Carrying 0, stamina 10, speed 15. Speed 15, stamina 10, carrying 0. That's literally the only difference. So, and you can also feed your horse so he can have more speed, more stamina, or more capacity, which is only 1 at a time. So, you better keep feeding him. Anyways. Alright, so as you can see, let's talk about when we hit veteran. Since, a lot of people are going to be like, yeah, I wanted 50. What happens after 50? What happens after you hit that? Once you hit the end game. Once you hit the end game, you're going to the other faction, the other alliances. and doing the quests there, the quests in those areas. So like my veteran 2 is actually a Daggerfall Dominion, and is currently in the what did I say? Daggerfall Dominion. Oh my god. Yep, that's what happens. Sorry, Daggerfall Covenant is where my sorcerer is. That's the alliance it's in. However, I'm in the Dominion currently. So once I finish the Dominion, I'm going to be going over to the Ebonheart. Once I hit the Ebonheart, I believe it just ends. But there's going to be more content and more stuff like that. But the 100 hours is this. So, and like a little bit of these. So there's a lot of hours you can put into this game. Probably over 200 easily just in the PvE. And of course you can get better crafting skills, get to veteran 10, get involved in the PvP area, because the PvP is actually very fun. And it's great when you have a huge group of 24 people and another group of 24 people, basically getting tons of groups and going after those forts, trying to gain control of the map and the scrolls, because the scrolls are very important in PvP. Let's see, what did I talked about the price model, talked about the subscription. I think that's it. I think that's basically the whole review of the game. There's a lot of PvP you can do. It's all in Cyrodiil. Tons of PvE content, tons of quests, tons of hours that you'll put into this game in the PvE area. Lots of fun. It's a very solo. However, there's great voice acting. Some quests can be really, really fun or really, really boring. Depends on what quests you get. The main story is short. There's a lot of guild stuff you can do. You can be part of trading guilds, so you can get gold and stuff like that, or buy crafting materials from. You can be in PvP guilds. You can be in the fighters, mages, and undaunted guilds, so you can gain the skills of those. Get involved in PvP, as I said before. Trying to think what else. Cold Harbor. That's about it. So there is a tutorial. The tutorial's very... It's very boring. But what tutorial isn't very boring in an MMO? However, once you do the tutorial once, you can actually skip it. So your character will automatically be in level 3, but be at the start of the actual campaign of the game, instead of going through the tutorial again. So I do enjoy that feature. What else? The way shrines are a great way to teleport across the map. You can either teleport from where you are, which requires gold, or you can go to the nearest way shrine and teleport to another way shrine, which costs 0 gold. There's a lot of quests, such as collecting, helping out people. You can do dungeons, you can do world events. There is a lot to do in this game. Now, let's talk about the subscription and what we'll see in the future. I think there's actually a discussion on what they're going to be doing in the future. So, pretty soon, we're going to have Adventure Mode, which will be the first event. Well, Adventure Zone, which is for veteran ranks 1 and above, and are usually good for groups of 4, because they're going to be very hard areas, supposedly. Trials, which are 12-player raid type instances for veteran rank characters featuring completion time leaderboards. They include death recap. You can now see who killed you and what abilities they were using. This is invaluable information in Dungeons, PvP, and Craglorn, which is the Adventure Zone. Underdog bonus in Cyrodiil, you'll get more alliance points while fighting for an alliance with a lower population in the campaign. Actually, a great way to get more alliance points. And be able to buy more PvP stuff, such as repairing walls, repairing doors, getting trebuchets, getting stuff like that, which are required to do the actual PvP instead of just doing the dungeons and the quests, which you can do as well, but the main PvP is that. But the quests are just an addition. I haven't been huge into MMOs, but that's a great feature, I believe, in this. They're also going to do some animation tweaks and polish, which will be great. It's already great as it is with the animations. Combat ability balance changes and fixes. Yes, this is definitely something. Some things, some abilities and some class abilities are more powerful than others, and that's definitely something they want to definitely do. Content bug fixes, such as quests that are not able to be completed because it's bugged. They've been fixing that, especially edge cases where quests could become desynchronized. Yeah, that's happened a lot. Happening less and less, though, so that's the good thing. As you can see, my voice is starting to go because I haven't done something like this in a while. And they're going to do more and more. So, in the future, a system that allows group players to see each other even when they're in different phases. That's a great thing, because that's a really annoying thing that you can see now. A justice system, steal from and kill NPCs and deal with the consequences if you're caught. Migration of European mega server to our European data center. FOV adjustment, armor dyeing and tinting, 2 new veteran dungeons, Crypt of Hearts and City of Ash. New region of Craglorn with a new trial, the Serpent. Increased ability to pick up items in the world. Thieves Guild and Dark Brotherhood storyline and quests. That'll be good. You're going to actually have the Thieves Guild and Dark Brotherhood. Be able to see that. Spellcrafting, horse racing. I don't really care about the horse racing, but I guess it's a neat thing. Dragonstar Arena, similar to Trials, but built for a group of 4. Improvements to fishing. Haven't really done that. You can fish if you want. Basically get fish. Well, duh. You're fishing for fish. Duh. Crafting system improvements. Improved looking for a group system. The looking for group system either works or doesn't work. So one of the flaws with that. But it's a great feature in this game. I'm glad they have it, rather than typing out in the zone looking for group for, whatever dungeon it is. Better NPC facial animations. I guess that needs, I don't know. And then guild functionality updates, guild store interface updates, customizable guild insignias. There's a lot. Auto leveling dungeons that level to your group leader. awards when you repeat dungeons, an Imperial City PvP dungeon. So they have a lot they want to do. Hopefully, they do. They're doing small updates, but hopefully they'll have a big update soon this month. Otherwise, I really don't think people are gonna be enjoying the subscription model. Alright. Oh, and just in case people wanted to know, you can also play in third person or first person. However, I prefer third person because you get to see everything. So, let's talk over a few things. So they will be making this game for console. I really don't see that working well. It would be like playing Diablo 3 on console. I tried it at PAX East last year. Really did not feel like you'll have the same what's the word? You're not going to have the same precision on a console than you would have on a PC. Sorry, guys. Alright. So it's going to be coming out on next-gen consoles. It's going to be PS4 and Xbox One. You will never see this game on PS3 or Xbox 360. Probably not. It would be literally a waste of time. No offense to people. Alright. So, what do I think of the game as a whole? Honestly, this is the first MMO I've been enjoying. Mainly because it's a different MMO than anyone else. Sword Tour was basically a WoW clone. Think about it. It was. It was a WoW clone. It was WoW with Star Wars characters. With Star Wars character abilities. With a Star Wars storyline. It was a WoW clone. Set in Star Wars. Get it? So, what separates this? Well, one thing is the limited ability of the skills that you can use. You can only use 5 on one weapon, and then an ultimate on that weapon as well. And having only the ability to switch weapons enables you to double that amount. However, you are also limited to your Magicka and Stamina as well. So, you can only cast so much, as they say. But, it also stops from you're never going to use a macro for this game. You will never have to use a macro. Because you have 6 buttons you have to hit. Well, 8. 6 of that is for the skills, and 2 of that is for light and heavy attacks. So your left mouse button is your light, and your left mouse button, if you just tap it, is your light. If you hold it, it's your heavy, and your right mouse button is block. And you can block with anything, even staffs. So I would say that's about it. So what would I rate this game with its current model and everything? Well, depending on how the future is for ESO or TESO. Who would do TSO? I know it's the Elder Scrolls Online, but everybody's going to call it ESO. Just saying. Depends on what they do. If there's a justified thing about the subscription model, I would say the subscription model is the best way to go. If they can bring out content, and they can steadily do the updates as they've been doing currently. They're constantly doing maintenance, constantly giving small updates such as bug fixes, glitches, stuff like that, and making sure NPCs are not glitched and stuff like that. There has to be new content though. There has not been that new content currently. However, if we see some new content this month, it'll be well worth the $14.99 subscription that people will be paying. But first of all, people are getting 30 days of, not having to pay. So once they start paying, they have to see some justification in the pay model. However, if they bring out new content every quarter, the subscription model is not going to be justified. It will be justified to just do the Guild Wars style, whereas you pay the 60 whatever the game costs, and whatever the game costs, and have some few microtransactions that you can make money on. People say, I don't know why, but people in the zones and stuff like that can't wait for the people that bought the game and got the free month. Can't wait for those people to go, and they can't wait for people. And some people have been saying they will get it for PS4 or Xbox One because it will have a better experience. Honestly, I don't think that's going to happen. I think it's going to be a worse experience. I think you're not going to get the full idea of ESO on a console platform. Yes, it's pretty easy to play it on a PC. However, you're not going to get the precision, and doing stuff will actually take longer than is needed. And that guy is owning that guy. Okay. Anyways, so there's a lot of crafting you can do. Craft weapons, you can craft armor, you can craft potions, you can craft food. There's a lot of crafting you can do in this game. There's a lot of quests. Tons and tons and tons of quests you can do in this game. Tons of skills you can choose. You can change the build over time. Figure out what you think is more comfortable. What kind of character you're going to build. Are you going to build a character that heals? Are you going to build a character that does DPS? Are you going to build a character that tanks? There's a lot of things you got to think of in this game, and there's a lot of variation in the game that makes you be able to do that. For ESO, currently, based on, I'm still in my first month of free. Let's see how this goes. Currently, I'm enjoying the game really. I'm enjoying the crap of the game. I've played a lot of hours, and it's a lot of fun. I would give Zenimax Online, which by the way is this is their first MMO. So, I mean, I gotta give them congrats, but there are some textures that need work. And this is on medium. Ugh. Anyways. I mean, the graphics aren't Skyrim graphics, but I wasn't expecting Skyrim graphics anyways. But as you can see, it's actually pretty good looking. I think the leaves or the grass and stuff need to pop a little bit. It needs to look more lively, but we're also in an area that there's a lot of fighting and stuff like that. So I understand why the graphics are sort of grayish. But it's a lot of fun. You're going to enjoy the crap out of this with, alone in the PvE and with friends in the PvP and then dungeons. So, what would I score this? Well, honestly, if it wasn't for the PvP, I would probably score this a 6. Mainly because you're just going to run out of time over time, and your description is, you're just not going to find any more. You're going to run out of time, more time. You're going to run out of things to do in the game if it wasn't for the PvP. Because you'll be waiting for updates to give more content and stuff like that. However, a hardcore MMO player, this is not the game for you. This is not your game. This is more of a casual, for the casual audience like myself. I'm not a huge MMO player. I've never liked WoW. I played SWTOR, but it was okay. I didn't fully enjoy it. I felt it was more grindy. There is some grinding in this game, but a lot of it is fun. Doing stuff in the world events, doing some quests that are actually pretty fun. You get to fight a lot. With the PvP area, I'll give it a 7.5 out of 10. I need to see what the future is going to be. Yes, they say we're going to add all this stuff, but how long does it take to add more content to the game? If it takes more than a month, people are going to start be like, I'm losing my interest into that. Look at what is it? What's the game company? The game company that makes The Walking Dead and A Wolf Among Us. They're making their episodic games are, they make 2 right now, but they release them over a long ass period of time, and people are starting to lose interest in that game, mainly because they haven't been releasing episodes at a reasonable pace, and all that. So currently 7.5 out of 10. I believe it's a very fun MMO. I believe if you like Skyrim or any of the Elder Scrolls, I'm more of the Morrowind guy. Haven't really played that much of Skyrim. I did not like Oblivion. This game's really fun. I enjoy it because there's a lot of solo. I like doing solo stuff. But I also like doing, multiplayer stuff, which is what the PvP and dungeons and the world events allow us to do. However, I'd like to see what they do for how they're gonna extend the universe. How much more content they're gonna provide us over the next month or 2, even 3. Because honestly, if they don't make any more content over the next months, probably gonna get off this. But I would say it was well worth the money because I enjoyed the game and played a lot of it. So that's my verdict: a 7.5 out of 10 currently, depending on whether they add content. If they add content, I'll put it to an 8.5. Mainly because graphics-wise, it could be a little better. However, this is an MMO, so most MMOs look actually a lot worse than this. So, look at WoW. And if anybody says that, the price of the game and plus the subscription is too much, and you're a person that plays WoW, think of how much money you've put into WoW. Just think of that. Think about that. So sorry, I'm just trying to get prices. So currently, WoW is it's $20 for the battle chest, plus $20 for Wrath of the Lich King, plus how old is this? 2012. All right, so it's probably like $100 to pay for WoW, just for the games, and then you got to pay for subscription. And you're gonna say, you know, ESO shouldn't have a subscription. Well, if you played WoW, why'd you pay it? Anyways, guys, this is Silent Black Snake. I'm giving ESO a 7.5 out of 10. Great game. Played a lot of it. Hopefully, you'll see more reviews later on. Currently, I've been playing some Child of Light, of the Light. Hopefully, do a review of that once I complete the game, and do some more reviews. Hopefully, I can do more video content as well. So, what I would say, ESO, it's a lot of fun. See you guys. Peace.